Okay, so let's try this again with the Rainstal team against Shosny. Alright, his team Bronzong, Victini, Reuniclus, Gallade, Metagross, and Latios. Okay, it's a very weird team. Okay, I'm gonna lead off with Palito bringing the instant rain. As he's probably gonna Swords Dance or um, attack me with a very powerful hit, because Gallade has a very powerful attack stat. But instead he uses Trick Room. So that and he's very specially defensive, so that tells me a lot about his Gallade. I'm going to switch to my Tentacruel, as Gallades do carry uh, Ice Punch, so I'm not going to be able to take down the Gallade that easily, as it is going to show off its Psycho Cut here. I'm going to switch out to my Gliscor, hoping it doesn't go for Ice Punch, as it doesn't. Now I'm going to substitute up, because yeah, I'm most likely faster because it's a Trick Rumor. And now I'm going to go for a Toxic and protect it, gain some recovery back as it goes for the Surf. So that tells me that his Latios, since it didn't take any recovery from leftovers, it could be a Spect Latios, and I'm not too worried about if it's not. Yeah, it might be expert. No, no, it restored health from White Herb, so that's pretty weird. That's a weird Latios, and I'm not too worried about if it even used Hidden Power Fire, because my as you can see right here, Ferrothorn takes the Hidden Power Fire really nicely. Only did 35% because I'm in the rain, and I'm going to use Protect again, get some residual recovery. I'm going to double Protect because Protect failed, gain some more residual recovery as it uses Trick Room. And I'm going to switch out to my Politoed as it uses V-Create, and I'm going to use Protect again because I just want the Trick Room to fade off. And now I'm going to switch to Gliscor, expecting the Fusion Bolt. And this is his last turn to keep his Trick Room alive. And I'm going to substitute up because Victini's not going to be able to do anything unless if it has something gimmicky like Hidden Power Fire. I mean Ice, which it doesn't. And it uses V-Create, meaning its speed decreased, and I will be able to take it down with Earthquake. And Trick Room dissipated, so I will be able to also take down whatever he sends in. Now Latios is not gonna do anything because I have sub protect, so I can just substitute protect on it all day as it dies out. He's gonna go to his Reuniclus, most likely a Trick Rumor as well. I'm gonna Earthquake this time as he uses Trick Room, and I'm just gonna sub protect all day on his Trick Room team. He's not gonna be able to accomplish much with it, as he goes to his Bronzong. It didn't get any recovery from leftovers, so it must be a choiced Bronzong. And I'm expecting a trick or yeah, but instead he uses Stealth Rock, so it might not be. Expecting a Reuniclus switch, so I'm gonna Power Whip. Yeah, and that's gonna do a lot. 39%. Trick Room is still in place, so I'm gonna protect. And now Trick Room faded, and now my Power Whip will be able to knock out the Reuniclus. So basically, you just saw Ferrothorn defeat a Reuniclus. And now I'm going to switch out to my Politoed, expecting wild fusion bolts, and I'm going to switch out safely to my Gliscor. And now I'm going to sub up. Okay, I'm just going to finish the Victini off. Since my Gliscor cannot do much to Bronzong, I won't be able to finish his whole team with it. Now I'm gonna switch out to my Ferrothorn. Bronzong should not be able to do anything to it, as I'll Leech Seed it. Even if he switches to Gallade or Metagross, they're gonna get seeded. But instead I missed the Leech Seed. It's not a problem. Earthquake only did 20%. So now his Metagross is seeded. That must be a Choice Band Metagross, as it did not get any recovery from leftovers, and it is slow, so there's no way it can be a agility Metagross as it is in a Trick Room. Hmm. So I'm just gonna protect. He's gonna he doesn't want to keep his seated Metagross in play, so he's gonna switch out to his Gallade. Okay, it's not a problem. I'm just gonna let my Politoed die here as I safely switch in my Tentacruel, which should be faster than his Gallade because he's using it in the Trick Room, and it will finish it off as expected. And he's gonna send in his Metagross. I don't want to take an Earthquake, so... And I don't want to take an Ice Punch. I'm just gonna use Protect, because obviously Metagross is not gonna have Trick Room. And I'm gonna spin away, because I expected him of using Choice Band Metagross, so he's not gonna be able to change up his move. But he gets a critical hit with Meteor Mash, which sucks. I'm gonna Scald it this time, and I get the lucky Scald Burn that saves me. I mean, it doesn't save me. I could still finish it off with Tentacruel since it's stuck on Meteor Mash. And now I'm just gonna protect as he Trick Rooms, just so I can gain some residual recovery from Rain Dish and uh, leftovers. I'm gonna Scald again, protect, gain some more recovery. And I will not be able to take a Earthquake here, so I'm just gonna go to my Ferrothorn and just seed it. Bronzong can't do anything, the game is practically over, so I'm just waiting for his Bronzong to just die out. Just gonna do some Power Whip, weaken it a little more, and now his Bronzong is done. And that's game. Ferrothorn did a lot of work in this game. Now, my rating right now is 1426. And we'll go for another battle with the Rainstall team. Against Kid Omen, who has Heatran, Tyranitar, Starmie, Gastrodon, Skarmory, and Scizor. So it's basically a Sandstorm kind of stall team. So that is gonna be very annoying to battle. I'm gonna send in my Politoed, since I can take advantage with any of his Pokemon except Starmie, but he's not gonna go with that. Alright, and I'm going to use Toxic. No, I'm gonna just play safe right now. Use Scald. As he goes to his Gastrodon, I'm going to play safe. I'm gonna go to my Roserade and set up my spikes here. He's most likely gonna switch out. He goes to his Skarmory, knowing that I don't have Hidden Power Fire because it's in the rain. And I'm gonna send in my Tentacle. He has no Ghost type, so I can just freely spin away the hazard. He's most likely gonna switch to Starmie to spin away my spikes, as he does, because Starmie is gonna be able to wall Tentacruel. And I'm gonna send in my Ferrothorn. He's gonna take some damage from the Iron Barbs, and I'm gonna set up my rocks. I'm gonna switch out to my Tentacruel, which is gonna be able to wall Scizor. And now I'm gonna use Scald. Scald is gonna do some decent damage onto his Starmie if he decides to switch to it. It does 26%, that is decent. And now I'm gonna switch back to my Ferrothorn, expecting recover. Now he's most likely not gonna want to stay in on me, so I'm gonna Power Whip. But he does stay in. That was a bad play for him, because now my Ferrothorn is going to finish off his Starmie, his only spinner. So it's looking good for me. The variation is +8, not too big, but it's okay. But yeah, he's going to want to set up his rocks here, so I'm going to switch to my Politoed. And expecting Gastrodon switch, I'm going to use Toxic, and I'm going to use Protect, expecting him of attacking me here, or using Toxic, or Ice Beam, which he thought I would switch out to my Roserade this time, but no, I didn't. But now I am. And now I'm gonna switch out to my Tentacruel, hoping he uses something. Okay, Pursuit is fine, because now I can spin away the rocks. As he's most likely gonna switch out to his Gastrodon to take the predict might be a Scald. But no, he goes to his Tyranitar this time. It's most likely Choice, and I'm expecting Pursuit, so I'm going to Protect up just to be safe first. And now he uses Earthquake. My Politoed is very defensive. Can easily take that, and I'm going to double switch out to my Roserade because he does not want to keep his Tyranitar in play for this. And now I'm going to use Rest because he's going to want to switch out here. He's most likely going to switch out to a Scizor, and that's what he does. And he's probably gonna pursue it again, but it's not gonna be able to beat it. I'm gonna switch out to my Tentacle, but he's gonna instead U-turn out, which is also fine because my Tentacle can easily take that. And I'm gonna Protect again, expecting him of using something like Pursuit, but he probably doesn't have Pursuit because he used the Earthquake, which is very uncommon on a Choice Banded Tyranitar. And now let's see, what's the best move I can do? I can go to my Ferrothorn, take the Stone Edge nicely, but he gets a critical hit, which sucks, but I'm gonna Leech Seed on whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna double switch out because I expected Heatran because he can easily send it in on my Ferrothorn. Now I'm just gonna Scald. I don't want to double switch too much because he might catch on to that and change his plans up. So I'm gonna go to my Roserade. Now I'm gonna double switch out to my Ferrothorn, expecting Scizor, but he doesn't want to stay in this time. I'm gonna Protect, doesn't matter, and now I'm gonna switch back to my Roserade, which will be able to take Earthquake very nicely. I'm just gonna Giga Drain it. He's probably not gonna want to stay in because Gastrodon is almost dead, but instead he does stay in. And I know that he does not have Pursuit because why wouldn't you use it if you did have it? So I'm gonna go to my Politoed. It will be able to take any move of the Choice Banded Tyranitar nicely, as it takes only 34% from the uh, Banded Tyranitar. I'm gonna double switch to Roserade, expecting Gastrodon. So I'm doing a lot of double switches here because the predictions here are quite easy for me to predict. It's very predictable, and yeah. So I'm gonna Giga Drain this time. He's not gonna switch out. So he has Heatran, Tyranitar, Skarmory, and Scizor left. I'm gonna switch out to my Gliscor this time. My Tentacruel is a bit weakened, so I don't want to weaken it too much because it is my spinner, and he does have Heatran as Skarmory left. So instead, I'm just gonna go to my Gliscor. And now he's probably gonna want to set up his rocks. He has Air Balloon, so he knows he can evade my Earthquake, so that's why he sends it. I'm gonna go to my Politoed instead. He goes for a Hidden Power Ice, which is not gonna do much. And now I can easily just Scald whatever he does here, so that's great. And I get the burn, which is cool, and Protect, but yeah, he knows he can't win it anymore because everything is falling apart for him, so he gives up. And my rating right now is 1343. Okay, let's change up teams. This time I'm going to use my Sun offense team. Let's get some fast wins up in here. And I'm against Season Senryaku, who uses a Deoxys B, Jellicent, Infernape, Starmie, Dragonite, and Scizor. Alright, I'll go with Donphan, which will be able to take down his expected Deoxys Speed lead. Deoxys Speed is getting very common higher up on the leader, and you would expect that to be a reason why most people use it, and why it's banned. So I'm going to switch to Ninetales, which will be expecting him of recovering back his health. And Ninetales also takes on Jellicent quite nicely. He's going to stay in here, most likely, because he doesn't want to. Yeah, no, but he is going to switch out. or she. Variation is plus 14, so if I can win this, I get 14 points, which is cool. And it does seem like I do have the team advantage, so that's cool as well. I'm going to switch out to my Donphan. Now my Donphan has 30, so it can live in Fernape, and I can't safely switch to anything, so I'm going to just stay in an Earthquake hit. And since he can't set up his Stealth Rock, since his Deoxys speed is sleeping, I'm not gonna, I don't fear him of doing anything right now. Now, let's see. He's gonna most likely want a U-turn here. So I'm gonna switch out to my Ninetales. Or he goes for Bullet Punch. So this person is a bit unpredictable, but whatever the moves this person is doing is even worse than the expected. I'm guessing this person is just over predicting a lot. Okay, then I'm gonna use Will-O-Wisp because yeah, but no, this time she goes back to her Infernape. I'm gonna protect as it uses close combat. I'm just gonna stay in. I already have my sun up. The person has nothing to subside my sun with. So, oh my god, I get a critical hit, but it does not matter because my Dugtrio will be able to revenge it. Expecting extreme speed here, but no, it uses Dragon Dance, and now it's gonna finish me off. But the thing is, I have Porygon 2, which will trace its multi-scale and paralyze it with Thunder Wave. So Dragonite will not be able to do anything to this Porygon 2, which just got a multi-scale as its ability. So that's gonna be great. And I'm just gonna recover back up. Dragonite is not a problem anymore. I'm gonna go with Volcarona. Flame Body will not activate. If it did, it would make things even more easier for me. This time, yeah, I'm gonna go to Donphan this time. But she's still gonna go with the Outrage, and that's gonna do a lot. That was a bit unexpected. But I'm gonna go back to my Porygon 2, which Outrage only does 23% too. And I'm gonna Ice Beam it this time, just weaken it a bit as I get the Para hacks. Okay, expecting him of switching to Scizor, so I'm gonna use Thunderbolt. Because Ice Beam will be able to take down the Dragonite, and she probably wants to keep her Dragonite. I'm changing up between she and he because of the name and the character, the sprite she is using. So sorry if I get you confused on that. And my Porygon 2 is faster than the standard Scizor sets, who have minimum speed. But I don't want to take too much risk, so I'm going to switch out to my Volcarona as he uses Bullet Punch. And then I still don't get the Flame Body hacks, but that's not a problem. I'll use Fury Dance. I get the boost, which will allow me to finish it off with another Fury Dance. And looking at her team, this could be game. Fury Dance, expecting Starmie here. I will be able to live any of Starmie's moves, but no, she goes to Jellicent. But too bad for that because I have Substitute and will be able to evade the Toxic. And now I'm just going to set up easily. It's game. Jellicent will not be able to do anything to my Volcarona, even at this health. It uses Taunt, doesn't matter. I'll go for Fury Dance, which is going to do a lot in the sun, plus the boost I already have. And Fury Dance also has a 50% chance of increasing my special attack. So the game is over. It was futile for her. 1448 is my ranking now. Let's get it up to